Kia ora from Aotearoa. Poppy here with the 9th wave sacred calendar, true time, Mayan energies as I receive them through the meditation with the beautiful providers and growers of them. So this actual recording is actually about reviewing the day wave that we are just finishing today, which is in 6 star, which is actually like the flow of reaching higher frequency and that tone and that almost like victorious ending to this day wave. It has been rather incredible. I never know how they're going to turn out when I write them, and it's been quite amazing. I knew very, very much that this day wave was about the two different types of magic, that polarizing and finding our way among it, because 2 is kind of like the polar opposites. And then we can actually find our way with those two polarities. So on the one hand, we've had the most terrible, nefarious black magic to deal with, and the ending, and so many people are working towards ending and resolving satanic ritual abuse so it can have its place no more. And thank you to everybody that's doing that. I don't understand why everybody isn't doing that, because children, the main keepers of consciousness, really, as adults, I feel that it's a duty to protect them and to nurture them and to protect their consciousness. And on the other hand of the magic, then we have the most amazing, stunning, pure magic and ability, and we may even be realizing some of our superpowers due to it. And because this day wave started out on a full moon, that gave it a heck of a lot more of a punch. And actually for me, it was also in my Tzolk'in return. My Tzolk'in return fell within that 9 knife. So it's always a more intense time, I've found, observing it several times now. When we have our Tzolk'in return, it's like we're really coming back into the essence of our being somehow. But anyway, this monkey, that it wasn't as light and playful as I thought it would have been. It was actually, it was very powerful, and it does come from the innocent and light and playful heart, the intuitive one, a totally non-vindictive heart, a heart that carries no vengeance, a heart that is just absolutely pure for creation and the new earth that many of us are creating together. And so part of something I wrote was that monkey uncovers illusions and will play with them to dispel them. And this is really something that happened. I discovered a lot of illusions which were personal to me in my life. It was a lot to do with the Masonic agendas, which is where the source of the nefarious magic is very much held in Masonic circles, like they are the shadow government that is behind just about every global government. And if they're not, they make it hell for those countries that aren't. And then even going back to the dragon reptilian magic, that it all comes through, which has really had a hold on us, and time, and this matrix, which is held through Satanism, and the false time matrix, which is run through Saturn. And so actually it was on the night of the new moon, I got this incredible flurry of attack came my way, and entities just came flying at me. It was really huge, and my whole body heated up. I felt it, I was aware of it, so I started to watch it, and see what was going on and be very careful not to be taken down, because the energy was very, very intense. And it was incredible. It was just, and I could see who was sending it, because there's a whole lot of people that don't like me. There's a whole lot of people that do not like the truths that are coming out of my mouth, that I've had to disclose things and throw these knapsacks and get the shame off my back. So there are quite a few, and unfortunately, I did not realise that people were doing this so much as they are. But it seems that moon times and people do magic, and I think sometimes though that magic and their anger and gets directed at people. It certainly was. Anyway, this was a flurry. It was like everything all at once, and it was just like, whoa, being swamped in these energies. And I was very, very well aware that I don't consent to any of those entities coming at me and any of their activities or anything that those people were doing. And in that moment, I knew, and I'd had a little bit of practice with it, but this time I really, really knew that if any entity, or you can call it a demon, a jinn, or whatever you want to, if that comes at us, then we have all authority to send that back to source to be dealt with, because we did not consent. And this is the whole thing, is that until we really sometimes let them know that we do not consent, because we might have been very nice and sacrificial and giving in the past, until they know that we don't consent, they still think that they have some kind of license. Okay, so that was discovering a superpower. And then when, I don't know, I've been just watching someone who's been putting a lot of material out onto Facebook with sigils and this content and this feelings and this Masonic edge, and there was a very pointed one, and I spoke up and said, well, what the Masons are about and what they do, not everyone, not the ones at the lower levels. And it was funny, and then I noticed in observing the parts that I have, so I felt quite confident to put that there, because I was like, this is an energy which came from this monkey-like curiosity of playing with that illusion and then having to do something with it. But what was I going to say there? Thinking, bear with me. And how it connected, yes. And then I realised, and then it was a part of me that was going, if you write this down, you're going to get more attack. And then the other part of me that had just sort of cleared away all of this stuff was like, no, you've got this. And, we've got this. And it's not about vengeance, and it's not about punishment. It's actually about giving everything the opportunity, because those demons or whatever they are that come at us, they are just energies that are like pawns for the bigger thing, for the greater satanic agenda, or the things that have kept us enslaved in this matrix. So our undoing of their magic is our beautiful, pure, divine superpower magic. And when we are connected with this two monkey magic, we are out of that Saturnian, illusionary Saturnian time. And we are in all time, all at once. We go ahead of ourselves and make a way for ourselves. We can see, we can come from the place of pure observation, because we are just one within that unified field. And our meditations, we see, this is the pure magic and the loving magic. And so tomorrow we start the new night wave in 7 water, and this is rather incredible to be coming up after everything that has taken place in this day wave, because this is really about the forgiveness. And when all that emotional charge to all the things that were done to us is released, we're in this amazing place of forgiveness, which puts us in a very empowered place to live by and be a purely gorgeous, magical being from. So much love to you.